Top of it. Look, man, I want to let you know in this video that you need to stop caring about other people's feelings. And in fact, you're not responsible for other people's feelings, whether you know it or not. And this sounds like some common sense, but when you look at your actions and you look at how you might edit yourself, you might change how you talk in front of other people or what you say to them, you filter out what you really want to say. The main reason you do that is because you care about their feelings. And I'm here to let you know, man, and free you from that idea that we've all developed to where we feel like we need to be so mindful about other people's feelings, man. You know, this is what's hindering a lot of people from being their true self and having that full freedom to express yourself and to tell the truth, right? It's actually dangerous to try to be editing yourself for the sake of how you think people may take things. But that's, again, it's not your responsibility. How people take things is up to them, right? For example, you know, I talk a lot about eating better. You gotta eat fruit more, you gotta eat vegetables, real food, or else you're gonna get sick, you're gonna die earlier, you're gonna catch diseases that you don't need, and all this other stuff. That is very much true. But at the same time, people will take offense to that because you're stomping on their territory of the foods that they normally eat. You know, you might even mess around and call them fat, sick, and just out of shape. And people take offense to that. And it's like, if we prevent ourselves from being honest, then we're just letting people go about these bad behaviors and they're really hurting themselves, right? You know, we stop shaming people. That's another thing. We got to shame people for bad behaviors because otherwise they'll keep doing it and keep hurting themselves and damaging the rest of society in the process. But look at us today, man. Just look around in society, man. It's been a thing that I've seen in the past couple years, past decade or two, where things have gotten so soft and cushiony because we're caring about other people's feelings. They get offended. They don't want to hear the truth. They want to cushion things. Oh, don't say that. Everybody got to have their participation trophies. And it's resulted in this culture that we see in the US especially. I know other countries, man, they keep it honest. They're straight up. They don't sugarcoat anything. And me as a man especially, I appreciate that. Please tell me the truth, man. Tell me if I'm slipping. Tell me if I'm doing something that has bad consequences that are going to come with it. Let me know. Shame me if I'm eating like a animal and I'm getting fat and I'm just losing it, right? So that way I can recognize it, because obviously if I'm eating like that, I'm letting myself go. I'm not recognizing it. So apparently I need somebody to let me know so I can recognize the fact that I'm out of control. And this is something that we got to get back to as a society, just in general, for everything. We got to stop caring about other people's feelings, man, because again, that's not your responsibility. Oftentimes people get offended because it hurts, because they know they got to change. They know they got to do the work. People don't want to do the work, man. They don't want to do the inner work. But we got to let them know, hey, you're slipping. I can't associate with you because you're slipping too much. And we got to get back to that. Because if not, if everything goes unchecked, then what's going to happen is anything goes. There's going to be no more such thing as rules, boundaries, discipline. Consequences are just going to come, and people are going to act like they don't know why bad things are happening to them. Women are out here just going to be walking around half naked like they do, and it's going to get worse. They're going to get even more naked, and then they're going to be mad when, the negative side effects come with that. When no man takes them serious, and, just there's a lot of bad things that come with that. When women have no shame, even the Bible mentions the fact that a woman that has no shame shall be considered a dog. It literally says that in the Bible. Go look it up. Which means a dog, right? A dog, a female dog, is basically saying you consider her a bitch. A woman that has no shame. And look out in the world and see how many of these women have no shame. It's a giant percentage of women that have no shame. They think anything goes. They think they have power because they have a vagina. Just because they have a vagina, they think they have power, and they use their sexuality as like this some sort of power, when that's no power, baby. Men have sexuality too, but you don't see us walking around with dick prints, walking around flaunting our little dick prints, and no shirt on all the time. I mean, yeah, we might walk around with our shirt off, but that's not really a sexual thing, right? Men can have our shirts off, but I'm saying women have a something that they bring out of men that has to be checked. But anyways, that's a whole nother subject, but it kind of ties into this about people's feelings and avoiding the truth, man. We got to stop avoiding the truth. Me, I love the truth. And as a man, you should too. Because the truth is just, it's a beautiful thing, because the truth doesn't care if you believe it or not. It's just going to be the truth every day. Sunrise to sunset, 24/7, 365. The truth is going to be the truth. And if you have a great relationship with the truth, it just makes life so easy, because you don't have to now lie to yourself and have to lie to the world and keep remembering your lies. You don't got to do that, because you just have a great relationship with the truth. And in a world that's full of people that live with lies and they want to believe lies, you're going to get some kind of a pushback. You're going to get some ridicule a little bit. But at the end of the day, you can laugh, because at the end of the day, you know you're right. So the truth doesn't need it doesn't need you to believe it. It's still going to be the truth. But a lie, lies, they need you to believe them. It's like God and the devil. The devil needs you to believe him. But God doesn't really need you to believe him, because God's going to do what he does. The sun's going to rise regardless of you believing in the sun or not. The sun's going to rise every day and set every day, and it's going to shine on the earth and give us daylight. And it's a beautiful thing. It's not like we got to ask it and convince it. No, it's going to do it every day regardless. But I say all of that to say, man, it's not your responsibility to care about what people feel. That's between them and themselves. They got to figure out their feelings on their own, man. It's your responsibility to tell the truth and be real. Because there's a lot of fakeness out here. Be real, man. Be real with people. And it's just easier that way. Life is so easy when you just can be real, and you can say what you want and you know it's real. You're not coming from a malice place. Or maybe it is a malice place. But if you're still saying something real, it doesn't matter if it's coming from malice, because it's still real. Was it the truth? Hey, make what I say a lie. You transgenders, you're weird. Why are you cutting your wee-wee off? You chicks that want to be dudes, you want to act like you a dude. Hey, you're not. Hey, you're still a chick, you know. Or you tranny dudes. Hey, you're still a dude, you know. You still got balls up under there and a wee wee. And you can take it how you want, but it's the truth. I don't care how you feel. But just know, I know, and everybody else knows you're a dude. I don't care what you want to call it, what label you want to put on it. And that's how we take back control of the world, man. We just stand on truth. Let these weirdos and lost people try to convince each other and the rest of us that they want to identify as X, Y, and Z, but don't buy it. Or play the game back and show them how stupid they sound. Oh yeah, I identify as a goddamn pizza roll, man. What's happening? Like, what are we talking about? Since we just making stuff up. Nah, man, truth, baby. Truth all day. But yeah, man, that's really what I wanted to throw out there, man. It's not your responsibility for how people feel. It's between them and themselves and God, man. That's and it's just a beautiful thing, man, because I love to talk shit, man. And I used to be the type to really care about how people feel, and I would edit myself and be considerate, but especially when talking to women, like, nah, man, I'm just all the way 1,000, and I'm solid like a rock, and you can count on me to be all the way like that all the time, like the sun sets and rises every day. So be like the sun, man, and just come consistent with that real, and don't care about how people feel about you shining your warmth on them. Just do what you got to do. And if they don't like it, tell them to go find a cave and go hide in there, or go under the water or something, because I'm coming out and I'm shining, baby. All right? But that's it, man. I appreciate y'all watching. I'm going to catch y'all on the next one. Peace.